Hello, hello, hello again. Welcome to another Thursday night training. Guys, this is your host, Dana Carpio, and it is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Just a fair warning, we do have some thunderstorms coming in, so hopefully we won't have any power outages or anything of that sort. So if the lights flicker or something like that, if something does happen, what I will do is I will just try to get back on as soon as possible. If something happens where we have complete power outage and I can't get back on, then I will post something in social media on all the different platforms and let you guys know. And then we'll just pick up next week where we left off. So we'll just, if we get stuck halfway on the Facebook training, and then next week we'll just start from the beginning again. So I'm going to say, let's just keep our fingers crossed that we can actually get through the night tonight without a major power outage. Guys, I'm so excited to be bringing this information to you tonight. We are going to be covering Facebook basics. Now, I know a lot of people have already been on Facebook for quite some time, and I know you're thinking, basics? Why do you have to go back to the basics? Well, in life, if you don't have a foundation of knowledge to build on, even some of the basic stuff can cost you. It can cost you leads. It can cost you sales. So you always start with the bottom, and then you work your way up. You progress, right? So we're going to start with the basics. And then as time goes by, we're going to keep bumping up. We're going to keep doing more advanced stuff. So you have to know kind of what's happening in the forefront in just the basic primary things before you can start building something more elegant and more extravagant. So if you don't know how to do certain things, tonight you're going to learn. So we are going to get started here in just another minute or so. I want to let a couple other people come in. But I'm doing the social media frenzy, and tonight we're starting with Facebook. So the next one, which you'll find out at the end of the presentation, I'm not going to let you know that soon. Nice try. But from here on out, over the course of the next, I would say about 6 weeks, we're going to be covering the basics of each social media platform. So we're going to be covering the Facebook, the basics of Google Plus, of Instagram, of LinkedIn, of course, Twitter and Facebook. And let's see, what else? I may even go into the basics of YouTube to kind of give you an idea of how things work there if you are interested in video marketing. That kind of depends. It's not very difficult to do a basic training on YouTube. If you are interested in video marketing, that would be fantastic for you. And actually, all of you should be interested in video marketing because video simply helps you close more sales. Here's the reason why. It's more of a person-to-person thing. You can see how that person talks. You can see how they react. You can see their personality in certain things. And so you have more of a connection with them than just words on a screen. And so that way you make the connection almost instantly instead of waiting over 7 or 8 times to get the same type of connection. So that's why video converts so much better, and even webinars convert even better than that. So, but the YouTube basic training, you need to know that even if you're just doing some videos, some how-to videos for your website or just to throw up on social media. So we will cover YouTube as well. So over the next couple of weeks, over the next 6 weeks or so, I'm going to set out a schedule, and that way we know kind of like, I know what's going to happen. You may not. And then once we get through the basics of social media, then we'll try to bump it up a little bit, get more into the really good, juicy stuff. How, like lead generation. How do you get the traffic a-flowing? That's where a lot of people struggle. They think all you have to do, you have to throw money at it. You have to pay big bucks to advertise and things of that sort. And that is simply not 100% of the case. So you can generate leads by doing things on social media, but there's certain things that you need to be doing, not just posting your product, your service, and your opportunity. There's more to it to get people interested and want to come to you for more information. So now, with that being said, guys, tonight I'm going to tell you that I have a very short presentation, very short slideshow set up for you. And then I'm actually going to walk you through step by step and show you how to set up a Facebook account, how to set up your page, and how to create some killer graphics. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And there's 3 different programs that I use, and every single one of them is free, and you can use them too in order to create the same killer graphics that I do and that the pros do. It's really simple. And I'm going to give you one magical tip about your inspiration posts, but you're not going to get that tip until, that's right, the end of the training. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's dive in here into the presentation so we can get into the live stuff. Now, I love doing the live stuff. It's so much fun. But again, you know that the internet's not 100% reliable. So if something happens, at least we will be somewhat prepared. All right. Let me turn on my screen here for you. And let me see what you see. Okay, you see what I see. Good deal. All right, we're going to go into the slideshow. And we are going to start where? From the beginning. All right. There we are. Okay, guys. I want to welcome you to the Thursday night training. I am your host, Dana Carpio, and the Thursday night training is training to make your business explode. So I want to formally welcome you and welcome you to this week number 10 of Facebook Basics. Now, I know a lot of you already have your Facebook account. Some of you do not. The ones who do, you might learn a piece or two of information here that you haven't actually done with your account. So I really encourage you to listen in. Those who don't have an account, this will give you a fairly good, easy way to get started using a Facebook account to market your business. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to give you an idea of where we are going so you have an idea of what we're going to be covering. I'm going to give you a little bit about me and my story, and then we're going to do a profile setup. We're going to cover page setup. We're also going to cover one question that is, I know, on everybody's mind, and that is a profile or a page better when promoting your business? I will answer that question for you when we get to the page setup. Okay, so keep that question in your mind. I know you've been thinking it, and I'm going to answer that for you. Now, how to design a post to get engagement. I know a lot of you have said, oh, I put my post up there and I put my post up there and nobody, it's like I'm talking to the wind. Nobody's listening and nobody's commenting and nobody's sharing. Well, what are you putting in that post, and how are you positioning that post to look to your target market? If it's not something that they would be interested in, that's why you're not getting engagement. Okay? You have to think about this a little bit differently. So we'll go through and I'll show you how to design a post to get some engagement on there for you. All right. We're also going to be covering creating enticing graphics, killer graphics that the pros use to put their they put their quotes or somebody else's quotes on them, and they post them all the time. And so I'm going to show you how to create enticing graphics. And there's a few things that you need on them. We're going to cover that real quick too. Then I'm going to tell you what's going to happen next week, what social media platform we'll cover next week. And then we'll have some live online training. I will go and set up an actual Facebook account and set up the page, and we will set up a single post to get started. And we will also create some graphics, all live, online, all free tonight. And then we are going to have a Q&A session. So hold on tight, and here we go. Here's a little bit about me. Well, I have a family of 6. there's all 5 of my boys. There's my husband, Reese, Javari, Giovanni Jr., and Christopher. And we are a blended family. The 2 older ones are my stepsons. And of course, the 2 little ones are mine, and that's my husband. And we currently live in Hermitage, Tennessee. We absolutely love the area, and we really don't want to move anywhere else. Now, in April 2014, I started with my actual primary company, and that was after a lot of thought, a lot of prayer, and a couple of answers to some prayers that kind of floored me a little bit. So in July, I realized that we had lost our car, and there was no way for me to get to the different meetings and go out and meet people and market face to face. And so I made the decision just to do online only. So from that point, I really started studying on how to make it happen. And so I basically did an internship, and I gave myself a free online marketing education. Okay. And what I did was I opted into every email I could from the pros that were out, and I was getting all this information. It was all great. And then I had it validated. So a lot of the information that I do have about network marketing or marketing online has become from gurus anyway. And then to turn around and have it validated later on, just really, drives the nail in. And it's actually been a real fun journey to find out what I would learn. So during this time, I knew that there were platforms to use, there were systems to use, there were programs, and that I needed certain tools in order to establish myself online. And I got really frustrated. I struggled with the technology. It was extremely time consuming. And I was just having a hard time getting, website A to work with website B. And so I was really struggling. And I got to a breaking point, and I said, well, I either have to push through this or I have to pass the whole thing up. And I sat down and I had a serious talk with myself, and I said, I am not going to allow myself to pass. I've worked too hard for it. I put too much time in it. And so I decided to push through, and I joined the MLSP community. In the community, I find that I am getting all the support that I need. There's guidance about what I need to do with my business and how to do certain things. There's validation of the things that I have already learned, and there's methods for me to learn more. It not only gave me belief in the industry as a whole, but it also gave me belief in myself that, hey, I can go out there and I can do this just like the pros can. The only difference between me and them is knowledge. And in a lot of cases, the only difference between you and them is action too. So, but it actually, the community as a whole has been extremely supportive. I have learned so much from it. I'm extremely happy being a member, and nothing has been the same since. It's like my whole thought process and my whole business and everything just completely transformed. So that's enough about me. I know you guys are like, okay, blah, 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 whatever. Let's get to the good stuff. All right, the meat and potatoes, as we say. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the Facebook profile setup. And you want to make sure that when you set up your profile, you want to answer the question, who are you? Not who are you as an It Works distributor? Not who are you as a Rodan and Fields distributor, consultant? Who are you as an Usborne Books consultant? Who are you? No, it is who are you as a person. So here's a couple of things to consider. When you set up your profile, do you want to set it up as a personal profile, or do you want to set it up for business use? Now, here's something to think about. The terms of service state for Facebook that your personal profile should not be used for business. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, I say that now, but I just ask you if it's going to be for personal or business use. You can use your personal profile to run your business. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just was talking about breaking Facebook terms of service. No, it's how you promote your business that makes it look like a business or not. So basically, if you want a personal profile, which you can do, you can develop your own personal profile, have your friends, have your family members, your former classmates, current classmates, work buddies, team buddies, whoever buddies you would like to join that particular profile page. Send you a friend request. So if you want it for business use, you can do it, but you have to do it using the attraction marketing style. You are not going to be able to set up a personal profile, go out there and post your products or services or opportunity on your page consistently. You're not going to be able to do it. Facebook won't allow you. What it will do is it will put you in what's called Facebook jail. And believe me, you don't want to be there, because what they do is they don't allow you to use your account for 30 days. Then what are you going to do? So if you decide to use your profile for business, you just have to do it smart. Okay, and you can do that using the attraction marketing method. If you want to know about more about the attraction marketing method, you can go back and visit some of the trainings that I've already done, or actually just connect straight with me and I can cover some more stuff with you. And that will be another training that I will set up a little bit in the future. Now, another thing to consider is the name on the account. Now, if you think about it, when you set up your personal profile, a lot of the times it's your name. Some people don't want to put their full name. I understand that. I get that. However, you are in the business of being in the public eye, so your name should be the name on the account. However, if you have already incorporated yourself and you have a business name that you would prefer to use to set up the profile, you can do that as well. They will still need a personal name in order to do that. But you want to make sure that the name on your account is professional, that it's, kind of gives you an idea of what you're doing. So you want it to say something like DC Consulting or QP parties, or just use your first and your last name. So think about what you want to do and seriously think about the professional name you want on the account. Now, your profile picture, that lovely picture that you see of everybody when they post comments, is 160 by 160 pixels. A lot of people are like, okay, well, how do I know about what to do with that? There are that the pixel measurement is just how large the picture is going to be, and there are image programs that you can go in and you can change different pictures so they'll be the exact pixels that need to fit in that spot, instead of trying to take a huge picture and shrink it down. Okay, now your profile picture should be a clear representation of you, a picture of you, not your dog, not your cat, not your baby, not your house. It should be a clear representation of you. Why? Because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. If they can't see who they're talking to, then they're going to have a hard time building the trust. So one of the easiest way to start establishing trust with someone else is to have a clear photo of you. Get somebody to go out into the to the park one day and take some pictures. Have a photo shoot. It's fun, Shouldn't be scary. Just go out and do a little photo shoot. And your profile picture should be in good taste. You want something of you sitting there smiling. You don't want to be all bummy or dressed up scary Halloween all the time, or you want it to be in good taste, a professional photo. Now, your cover photo, which is the top, and I will show you where each of these pieces are. This particular one is 851 by 315. Again, that is the size of the photo, and those numbers are the pixels, and I'll show you where those come into play here shortly. Now, for the cover photo, you want something that represents you. You, not other products, companies, or brands. You want your cover photo that says, this is who I am. You don't want it to be a skincare line. You don't want it to be a vitamin line. You don't want it to be, oh, I'm an affiliate of all this stuff, or I'm an affiliate of all that stuff. Your cover photo on your profile is for you, not other stuff. It should be something that you like, something that's pleasant to the eye, and that other people will enjoy looking at too. Now, in your profile, you also want to enter general information about you, like where you work, what you're doing, what some of your favorite books, and there's movies and music and all kinds of stuff. It's an easy way for people to get to know who you are and what you like. And if they have common interests with you, that right there can spark up a conversation easily, which eventually leads into, so what do you do? Right? And when it leads into that, that automatically ignites another conversation into talking about your products and services and things of that sort if you find the need. Okay. Now, your page setup. What you want to first what you want to do is you want to determine the purpose of your page. Very first thing. Do you want it to be informative? Do you want people to interact with it? Do you want to put training on it? Do you just want it to be inspirational? Do you want it for your business? Do you strictly want it for personal? There's so many questions to think of. Decide how you want to use your page to make your business grow. Now, you don't want to use your page or set up a page and it just be a pain in the behind to try to keep up with consistently. You want your page to actually have a purpose. Okay, for instance, my page actually has the purpose of announcing the Thursday night training each week. Every once in a while, I'll put some quotes up there or a training up there, but that's my purpose of my page, is about the training, the Thursday night training. And if I find another marketing piece or two, I'll put it up there too. Okay, so figure out the purpose of your page very first. Do you have a product? Do you have a service? Are you wanting to promote those products or services? Who's your target market? Who are you trying to fit? Who are you trying to get? Whose attention are you trying to get? And you also want to think about the information that you will share. You want to think about all of these three things and come up with an idea of how you want to use your page. Okay. Now, the profile picture is also 160 by 160, and the cover photo is also 851 by 315. So, the cover photo needs to be relevant to the purpose of your page. So if you have, for example, if you are, let's say, a health and wellness, you're wanting to promote health and wellness through your page, then you really would want a picture of two people exercising, maybe going for a walk in the park, as opposed to a dog, laying in the grass looking up at the sun. You want something that's going to be relevant to your page. So instead, like I said before, with the personal profile, you wanted a picture that represents you or that you like and that you think other people will like. But with the actual page, you want to make sure that it suits your page and not like some strange, weird cover photo that doesn't seem to fit. When you set up your page, you want to complete the about information section. And I'll go through and show you these different pieces. You want to make sure that the short description of your page is filled and make sure that your contact information is completely updated. That's how people will know how to get in touch with you when they're interested in your products and services. You always want to make sure that you take care of the call to action button. The call to action button tells your visitor to your page where you want them to go next. So, and I'll show you the different types of call to action, but you can have them sign up for a new training. You can have them go to your blog. You can have them watch a video. There's all kinds of options, and we'll go through those. And basically, the call to action button just makes your traffic flow how you want. Facebook is social media. Social media is just that. You find people on social media. You find that's where they all are, is on social media, buzzing around, talking to people. You find them and you say, hey, look at this for a second. I got your attention. Okay, now I want you to go to my website. And that's where you send them. You're directing the traffic to a certain place where you want them to go. So, I mean, it's actually one of those stupid, easy things that a lot of people don't think about. So if you want them to watch a video, if your page is set up for, let's say, if your page is set up for, let's just go skincare. If your page is set up for skincare business, right? You want them to find out more information. You want them to learn more. So your call to action button could be a video of you talking about the skincare products. Your page could be a video, or the call to action could be, you could even set it up for it to go to a lead capture page where they get this book of 10 different ways to cleanse your skin without using water. Something of that sort. That's just an example. But basically, you just make your traffic do what you want it to do. Okay? Now, how to design a post to get engagement. This is really, actually, it's too easy. Okay? If people want to know why they don't get engagement, you're going to find out here in just a minute why. Oh, I will tell you before I start this, what I was going to tell you about the difference between the page setup and the page and the profile, and which one is more effective for business. There's been a long-term argument about that. And if you use a profile page to promote your business, your account will get shut down. So people say, well, why do you have a page and a profile? Well, here's the deal. Facebook wants you to use your page for your business. They want you to use your profile. It's just your personal place to be. They want you to use your page to promote all your business. Why? Because in order to promote, to get more people to see your stuff, you have to promote with Facebook, which means you have to actually pay for the advertisement. Okay, you boost your post for like $5 and more people get to see it. So Facebook wants you to pay for your posts and things on your page. That's why there's not a lot of people seeing stuff on your page. And unless you have a really direct, good, solid group of people who like your page. Okay. Now, you can send people to your page all day long if you want to and just keep them updated there instead of having them come to your profile. That's fine. Facebook's not going to argue with that. Okay. So, but that's one reason why your posts aren't getting engagement is because you're talking to all your family and friends. You're not talking to your target market. Your target market should be the ones coming to your page. Okay. So, how to design a post to get engagement. The first thing you want to do is determine the topic of your post. Now, what is it going to be? Is it something going to be informative? Am I going to be inviting them to some kind of a group meeting? Am I going to be inviting them to a webinar, to a phone call? What am I going to be sharing with them? Figure out your topic first. The delivery is absolutely key. Now, this is going to tell you whether you get engagement or not. The first thing you want to do is you want to ask a question that relates to the topic of the post. Also, you want to figure out and make sure that it's a pain point with that particular topic. So, for example, if you were doing weight loss as the topic of your post, okay, how to lose 60 pounds in 3 months, okay, you want to ask the question that relates to the topic of the post. So, have you tried all other diets and you really need to lose 60 pounds in 30 days? I've got your answer. That's one. Let's see. Ask a question that relates to the topic of the post. So we're going to ask another question like, have you tried every other diet only to fail? You can lose 60 pounds in 30 days. Ask me how. There you go. There's a good question. Do you really feel that you need to lose 60 pounds in 30 days? I have the solution for you. Okay. Make them think about the information that you're sharing. So you want them to be like, okay, wait a minute. I got to think about this for a second. This is some pretty interesting stuff that they're sharing, you know? The whole thing is that you want to really get their attention. And you want to create a curiosity that the reader just cannot resist. That's why it's so important to make sure that you are posting for your target market and not just to your general Facebook profile, friends and family group. And you could do it that way if you want to. You'll get a whole lot more engagement on your profile using attraction marketing than you will on your Facebook page. I guarantee you. Even an industry pro told me that live on a webinar where thousands of people were watching. So if you really want, if engagement is really, really, really what you're seeking, and it doesn't matter who you get it from, use your profile. But there's a sneaky way to do it. And it's not really a sneaky way, it's just a very attractive attraction marketing way. It's putting out value and getting your actual, attracting your actual people to you and staying on your profile instead of building a whole nother page. Now, here's one thing that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to post engagement. You have to give the reader a reason to react to your post. Give them a reason to like it, to love it, to say, wow. Get them excited. Make them angry. Make them happy. Emotions are very powerful and they connect people with situations. So for example, if you want to give the reader a reason to react to your post, tell them something shocking. Did you know that losing 60 pounds in 30 days can boost your sex drive? Oh, that's shocking to me. Right there, engagement. What? Wow, really? I want to know how to do that. Tell me how. Right? So you want to make sure that you pull an emotion out of them to give them a reason to react. Ask them a question. Set up a point and have, a discussion around that point. You want to give them a reason. Not just, hey, buy this product because it helps you lose weight and you'll feel great. I'm looking for 2 new people to join my team today so I can reach the next rank. Those last 2 examples, what would be the purpose? What would be my reason for saying, hey, I like that? There's really not. This is a place on your post where you think about the other person, think about what they're looking for, not for what you're pushing, not for what you're trying to sell. So you give them value, not a sales advertisement. They're not on Facebook for a sales advertisement. Okay? And then all you have to do is you tell them what you want to do. That's part of developing a good key post, is tell them what you want to do. Say, hey, click on my link below and I'll see you at 7. Here's some examples. Join the conversation at #eatmyshorts. So you got into an argument with, with the insurance company or something, and maybe you want to start a conversation. And maybe you're upset with them. Eat my shorts. Visit my website to get the full details. And then, of course, give them the link. Tell them, do this. Don't just let them be like, okay, da, 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 da. Join me on Thursday by clicking here. Put your link. That's not rocket science. This is actually one of the easiest things to do to get people to go and do what you want them to do. You have to tell them. But before all of this gets even remotely engaged with, it has to be an engaging topic. You can't be talking about the shape of cat litter. I mean, not a lot of people are interested in it, and the ones who are just weird. No, I'm just kidding. They're weird to me because I'm not interested in the shape of cat litter. That's all. So anyway, but you want to make sure that you are you're looking for that engagement. You're trying to connect with people. You're not connecting a product to a product. You're connecting a person to a person. So try to connect with people. Stop being so salesy with the posts, and you'll get more engagement. Now, here's how to create some killer graphics. Now, each of these graphics I actually created with one program. And basically, let's just a basic step-by-step here. We're going to go quick. Is to choose your quote or the information that you want to share. Okay, simple. Choose your background. Find something that kind of fits it, something that's relevant and suits the whole thing. Include the following. Well, let me go back to choose your background. When you look down here, it says if you have knowledge and education, you can go anywhere. Well, this particular quote, if you have knowledge and education, you can go anywhere. Well, people who have knowledge and education, where do they normally want to go to relax? To the beach, right? That's why it's on the beach. Progress is progress. No matter how slow, have patience, take action, and you will grow. Flowers are growing in the meadow under the sun. You want to make sure that your background actually relates to your quote or to your information. So, for example, this one over here that says, grab your cup and see what's up. For the morning motivation wake-up call, cup of coffee, wake up. See what I'm saying? And then here, you have to fight on. You have to fight for it. Your image, your background image should help portray your message. So if you have a quote, you want to include the author's name. Please don't forget. It's very rude. It's very wrong. You also want to include a website or your blog address. You see on here, it's right here. Mine's right here on the bottom, right here in the corner, right here under who said the quote. And this one is right here on the bottom too. On every image, my website is there. That's where I want, a good portion of my traffic to go. Also, when you do that, if an image goes viral, like people just find your quote amazing and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. If your post goes viral, then your web address just went out to a whole bunch of people automatically without you having to do anything else. So that's why you put your web address on there. Some kind of identifier so people will know and, so they can be tracked back. Okay. Your details for the viewer. So for example, this one over here that's for the Monday morning for the motivation call. You need to have the details of when it is and the telephone number and things of that sort. You can put that stuff in the actual post as well. But I find, especially when using Twitter, this image right here is an all-in-one. That's what I call it. It gives you all the information in one picture. So you don't have to waste your Twitter characters to try to get all the information in. You can actually do that through an image. So you also want to look and see if there's additional details needed for the viewer. Now, my favorite program to work with is Canva. All four of these were created by Canva. Were created when I was using Canva. It is a free online software. You can go and set up a free account. And we're going to go through a little bit of it. I'm going to show you some of the things. My second favorite is ribbit.com. It's free as well. And there are paid options as well with that one. But it's also one of my favorites. And then for collages that I do, I love PixArt. It's one of my favorites. Just because the collages, when you do like comparisons, like before and after pictures, things of that sort, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. One thing that you want to ask about your questions is about your pictures. Sorry, is does the picture paint the picture? So look at your graphics and things of that sort and say, does the picture paint the picture? And what I mean is when you look at that picture, does it all make sense? Does it all paint the perfect picture? Does the quote that goes on there, on that picture, does it suit it? Does it does it drive the point home? That's what you want to make sure of, that it drives the point home. Because what's the purpose of setting up a graphic if nobody's going to really look at it? You want it to, I mean, images are extremely, extremely powerful mediums. They really are. So you want to make sure that you've got some really good looking stuff. Okay, so for next week, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, and then we're going to go live online. We're going to do Twitter basics. Yay, Twitter. Twitter is completely different from Facebook. It is a very fast-paced platform, and I have a couple of things I'm going to show you. We're going to go over the profile setup like we just did for Facebook, how to design a tweet. Some people are like, I don't even know how to do that. Creating enticing graphics for Twitter. It's a little bit different. The sizes are, but you will see in Canva how you can easily create graphics that will fit beautifully on Twitter. I'm also going to show a free automation tool that you can use. You can just go in and load your information into that, your blog posts, your invites to special events. If you have product sales that you're trying to push, you can put them through there as well. It's an absolutely killer tool, and it actually really does give you the free automation. Since Twitter is such a fast-paced program, your stuff needs to be going out constantly, and when you really can't sit in front of the computer and make it go out constantly. It's very difficult. Believe me, I tried and it didn't work. So I was very relieved, and I was amazed at the automation that was brought to my attention. And so I am going to be sharing it with you as well. I am also going to be covering something that I didn't put on here, and that is hashtags. I know people are like, well, what are you talking about? Hashtag this, hashtag that. How does that work? Twitter is the king of hashtags, and I'm going to show you how to use hashtags while using Twitter to get the most of Twitter for you. Okay? All right, guys. Well, that's it for the presentation part. Plain and simple, right? Not really that complicated. So let's go do some actual training live on the internet so I can show you guys what is going on. Okay, let me get out of this. All right. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you one more time. So you are going to lose me and you're going to gain the computer once more. All right, here we go. Lose you in the big old mirror of nothingness there. All right, guys. Here we are on the internet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the very first part, and we're going to go to facebook.com. Okay. Let me... I'm going to sign out of mine. You know, it's funny, I never sign out of this thing. So I'm not sure. Give me just a second here. Aha, there we go. All right, I'm going to sign out of mine. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to show you from the beginning in order to set it up so we have a fresh, clean slate, okay? So that way you get an idea of how it all works. All right. Okay, so we are going to get started. This Facebook group, this Facebook platform is huge, okay? It comes in multiple languages. You can see down here on the bottom. And there are millions of users. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to put in the information. Let's do this. Put in your email address or your mobile number, however you want them to contact you. And And then you type in a password you choose. Okay, and then enter your birth date. You're about to find out what my age is, but that's okay. I don't mind. Age is only a physical state. It's not a mental state. You can mentally be as young as you want to. Oh, it's not going to let me use that one. Okay. Pardon me. Okay, here we go. All right. When you start a brand new account, you'll have all these things that you have to set up, and it's actually not going to take that long to set it up. Okay. So, and you'll get these little pop-ups that'll tell you how things work. So don't be afraid. Just stop, read them. Okay. And right here, it tells you that you'll stay logged into Facebook on this computer. Okay. If you are using a public computer, like at the library, you want to undo any desktop notifications and make sure that you sign out of your account when you leave. I'm just going to say okay and get that out of the way. So basically, it's going to ask you to find your friends on Facebook. Say, are your friends already on Facebook? And right now, I'm not going to, well, I'll do that. Well, no, because I don't know. I don't have any friends on that specific email. So I'm going to skip this step. But if you have friends through through Gmail and things like that, you can actually enter them on the actual Facebook, and it'll pull your friends in from other places. Okay. So all of this will give you, plain and simple, it's going to ask you to search for your friends, and it's going to tell you how to set it up for your privacy settings. Some people actually like only their friends to see what they're doing. However, the way I see it is, if you are in business and you're trying to reach out and you're trying to attract people no matter where they are or what they're doing, you want to make sure that your profile is set to public. Now, that may limit some of the pictures that you share, or you may just share your pictures and things with just your friends. So what we're going to do is, you could choose your audience as to whom you want to share the stuff. But for your overall setting, I specifically recommend to set it to public. Okay. And then if you have other sensitive information, you can set it to private. The more you set to public, the easier it is for someone to find you. Okay. The easier it is for someone to stumble upon something of yours. It's just it just makes things easier to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm not going to go through all of this tagging and things of that sort. We'll go into a completely different training for those. You can do your privacy shortcuts about who can see you, who can contact you, and it talks to you about blocking people who are bothering you. And basically, I allow anybody to see my stuff, and I allow anybody to contact me, just because I'm in business. And then if I have a problem with them, or if there's a situation that develops, and then I'll remove them and I'll block them. So I always say it's better to keep the doors wide open and invite people in. And then when there's a problem, that's when you start kicking people out. You don't want to limit yourself when you're setting up your profile, especially if it's for your business. Okay. You can share with games. You can share from games. If you're playing games or something like that, you can share your progress and things actually on Facebook so other people can see it. Okay. Now you want to upload a picture. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture with my webcam like this. See? See, it took the picture, and I'm going to retake it. There, because now I'm actually looking at the camera. Okay, so that's going to be my profile picture for now. Okay, now make sure that you go to your email address to complete the sign up process and confirm your email. Okay, if you don't, your account will be very limited, and you don't want that. Just go confirm it, do it. It's all part of it. Anybody else who, where you set up social media, they're going to ask you to do the same thing. So just go do it. It's one of those things. And it's going to ask you to search for people you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for myself and add at least one friend to my Facebook. There I am. See, right here, self-employed, University of Phoenix, add friend. Okay. And so I sent a friend request to myself. And that's okay. All right. So I just got a friend request. See, these are, look at that. Pictures. It's showing all kinds of stuff on there about me. But I sent a friend request here to myself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. And you say, okay, that's great, but you have no posts to show or anything of that sort. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to show you how to change your settings. We're going to go in here to privacy. And just because of the type of profile I'm opening, I'm going to set this from friends to public. Okay. So this, all future posts will be public unless I change it. Okay. And when I change it, it's okay. This can tell who can send me friend requests. Anybody can. Anybody can look me up using the email address or the telephone number. And I absolutely agree to this piece right here, that you do want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile. And the reason why is because, again, that gives you just one additional way for people to be able to find you without having to go and find them yourself. Without you having to go and find them. You know what I mean? So you want to have a way for people to find you easily. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to edit the profile, and you can change this and you can do whatever you need to. You add your profile picture here in the back. Make sure that you go through all of these things. You don't have to add every single piece if you don't want to, but you do have an option to share sports, music, movies, TV shows, books, things that you like. And so you can actually have people start getting to know who you are through your basic profile setup. Okay, so you have your contact and basic information. You can add your phone number, address, a website, your date of birth. If you don't want it to show, you can take it off, I'm sure. And you can add a language and political views. Here's details about you, about other nicknames and how to pronounce your name, and some things about you, some details. There's all kinds of things. So basically what you want to do is you want to go through here and fill out this information so people will know who you are just by looking at your profile. They'll know what you're up to just by looking at your profile. Okay, you don't want them to have to ask you 60 million different questions. The more you put out there, the more they are going to be comfortable approaching you and talking to you about their business or about their needs. Okay. So right now, I have no cover photo. This is actually what my profile looks like right now. Okay. I have no cover photo. I'm going to skip this so I can see there. See, there's my profile picture because it took one. And then here is my cover photo. I didn't put one in there, but you can at any point. And then right here, this is something that's cool that I kind of like that I saw. It's an introduce yourself tab, and you describe who you are. So you would put in there information like, hello, I'm a work from home mom with 4 children, and I love coffee, which is true, by the way. But basically, when someone pulls up your profile, they're actually going to see this introduction. So it kind of gives them a sense of comfort that you're introducing yourself. You're not just barging into their back door trying to sell them something. Okay. But I highly recommend going through all of the pieces that are about you and filling those out. You put as much information as you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel like putting something in there, please don't. I know some people are very private about certain things in their lives, and that is okay. You don't have to divulge everything about you. So use your own discretion about the different things that you share, and also be aware of those who are predators and looking for specific things about a person. So just be very careful about what you share. Be smart about what you share. Okay. So you can actually have friends, and it'll show pictures of your friends. See if I go here, there's no friends to show because I haven't approved the friendship on the other side. So, so once you have your profile kind of set up, I was going to go, let's see here. This little icon right here tells you about friend requests that have come in. It'll have a little dot on it. This here is the messages people send you. That's an instant message option. It is also right here, your instant messages. When your friends are here, all you do is you click new message, you type in their name, and you type in a message for them. It goes directly to them instead of being posted on your wall or in a group of any sort. Okay. Anytime you get a notification, this little world right here is going to be lit up, so you know that you have something going on. Plain and simple, guys. Now, I'm going to show you how to create a page. It's really simple. We're going to go down here to where it says Create Page. Now, here is where some of the confusion comes in for some people. If you, depending on the purpose of creating your page, remember I said you had to set that up first and know exactly what your page is for before you can actually move forward. And this is why it's so important. Okay. Most people who are in direct sales or are in network marketing, you are basically the artist, band, or public figure. That's where you want to go because you are an entrepreneur. If you follow the attraction marketing style, you do not want to go into brand or product. I mean, you can brand yourself, but it's easier to do that through public figure than it is through brand or product. If you already have a company set up and you have a brick and mortar business and you're wanting to set up your Facebook online account, then local business or places where you need to go. If you are an organization such as one that gives back, like a charity organization, then this is where you need to go. Any kind of institution like educational or financial institution needs to go there too. There's entertainment, there's cause or community, but 90% of marketers will fall into this public figure, especially if you are branding yourself. If you have another purpose for this page, then be my guest, choose one of the others. But when you do, it's going to ask you to choose a category, and you must choose one of the categories here. Okay, it's going to do the same thing here. You're going to choose a category in which to be placed. Okay, when you go here to the public figure, most people will either click on business person or entrepreneur. I'm going to choose entrepreneur because that's me. I'm going to put my name in here. Okay, and just so you know, it is a very good idea to review the Facebook page's terms and conditions, any terms and conditions, so you don't violate any policies. So the best thing to do is read it one time. You know what's going on. If they come up with an update, then you're good. Okay. Don't be surprised if you do something and they shut your account down. And you're like, well, I didn't know. Well, yeah, you did, because you agreed to the terms of service. So read it one time. Just suck it up. Read it one time and be done with it. Okay. So I'm going to start this page. And, I'm going to say my page is about daily inspiration to help your work from home life easier and less stressful. Okay, you only have so many characters to do it within. I did it within 78. Or less than. There's still 78 characters that you can do. I'm going to put, feel free to visit my website at www.danacarpio.com. Okay. Oh, and then you can put a website here if you want. You just fill it in. And then we're going to save the info. Okay. And it's going to tell you, you're going to build it piece by piece. It's going to tell you what you need. So we just went through the actual about section. And I'm trying to get it to save the info, but it doesn't want to go. So let's skip it. Let's see what it does. Okay. Well, and then you add your profile picture. We'll upload from computer. I'll just put a house as a profile picture. I know. I said it was supposed to be something, your supposed to be your personal face. This is just an example. Okay. I'm going to skip that. For some reason, it's taking forever to do this part. And then you add it to your favorites. You have a favorite section within your profile. You want to make sure that you put your page in that section, because that's where it's going to show you your notifications. And it's also a very easy way to make sure that you can go over and just click on it and pull your page up. Okay. I'm going to skip this as well. And I'm going to go to this preferred page audience, because I think it'll do it for me. Yeah. And this is going to give you an idea of some things if my internet doesn't stop working. What has happened? It doesn't want to show me that page. Okay, if I skip that. Facebook is being difficult. It won't let me do the preferred audience part. Nope, same result. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is here. But if I go here, yeah, it's set it up right here. Here's the page. See right here where it says favorites. Here's the page that I actually created. And you can actually move this if you want. You can put it down here in your pages section if you want. It's really up to you. When I go to the page, it has nothing on it, which is good because it goes the same way that it does with your profile. You need to go through, fill out all of the about section of the different information. You just click on the page info. It's going to give you your messages. There's notifications. There's publishing stuff. All of that is more deeper in detail. And I'll do a training here in the future that'll actually help you out on how to get it set up. Okay. And some better things to put on there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back to my actual profile. And I'm going to show you what kind of a post that I'm talking about when I say to create a post that's going to be engaging. So one thing that you want to do, most posts that have a photo like this one will be seen more than one with just words. So you want to make sure when you do a post on Facebook that you add a photo or some kind of picture. If you don't, your message could really get lost in the mix. So I highly recommend a photo or a video. You can create a photo album, which is more than one photo. You can do 10 different photos if you want to. But you just go to upload photos. You can pull them from your gallery, any of the photos that you have. Some of this stuff I'm sure you've seen when I post online or through trainings and things. But you just, for example, I'm going to post the call, and I'm going to say, you lack motivation in your morning? Do you need someone to wake up your mind? So you can get a jump start. Jump start on your day. Yes. You need to join us every day, Monday through Friday. And then you're going to type the rest of the information, the rest of the information, You want to give them, a little bit about what's going on, what they talk about, this, that, and the other. And then close to the bottom, you want to say something like, I'll see you there, or for this particular phone call, you can't really say that because nobody can talk to each other. You could just say, get your daily dose of motivation today. Okay. And then below that, one thing you can do on a post in order to boost some engagement and to get more eyes on your stuff is the use of hashtags. And if you don't know what a hashtag is, don't stress out. I will probably do a training about hashtags and how they work and things of that sort. So we'll go deeper into that. Actually, for Twitter next week, we're going to go into it a little bit more. But you want to put hashtags that are relevant to your topic. So, for example, we put hashtag motivation, hashtag need a boost. Let's do online business tips, MLM tips, work at home mom. Okay. So you see how this is. And then once you're done, it's set up to the public, and then you just post. Okay? If, let's say, that this information was the only thing that was here, and you did not see this graphic, do you see how it could easily get lost in a stream of pictures and all the other media that's coming on? It can easily get lost and overlooked. So what you want to do is design your graphics to where they are not only aesthetically pleasing, but so they will capture the attention of your followers and of your friends. Okay, so we've gone in and we've created a brand new profile, and we've created a brand new page, and I've even showed you how to set up an actual post on that page and told you why it's so important to have graphics. Now I want to show you the graphics part. I'm going to show you Canva. Okay, Canva, I was kind of hesitant at first to start using it, but the more I use it, the more I absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. If you see, like, here's some of the stuff that I've created over the course of my use of Canva, and I'm telling you, it's absolutely fabulous. What you can do here, if you look in the designs, they already have it set up for you. So if you have a Facebook cover that you want to do, you just click on this button and it comes up with the automatic space for you to be able to design. Okay. If you have a Facebook post, same thing right here where this waffle picture is, all you have to do is click on it and you can create a post picture that would be perfect for Facebook. So you always get the best picture with the right dimensions. Nothing looks stretched, nothing looks fuzzy, and you can see exactly what you're going to get exactly the minute you post it. So there's no changes or anything of that sort. The sizes are all set. You just go in, create, and post. Okay. And this is going to cover, I mean, you have a Facebook post, you have a Facebook cover, you have an Instagram post, which is, it's pretty close to the Facebook post. The actual picture is a little bit taller, I think. Let's see, 940 by 788. Yeah. The picture's a little bit bigger for Instagram than it is for Facebook. But a lot of times, Facebook and Instagram are now pals. If you haven't heard, Facebook has taken Instagram under their little wing. And so anything that you share on Facebook, you can easily share on Instagram as far as a graphic perspective, and anything you share on Instagram can be shared on Facebook in a graphics perspective as well. So, I mean, you have a Pinterest graphic, you have a Twitter post, there's a presentation, letterhead. I mean, if you come down here, here's social media and email headers. So you can have a Facebook event cover, YouTube channel art, there's a Twitter header, there's, again, the Facebook cover. And there's all kinds of, different things that you can do with this particular program. Now, let me show you how easy it is to create something. Okay, this is going to be super easy. And then after this, we'll do a very brief Q&A session because a lot of this stuff is really self-explanatory, but it still needs to be covered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Facebook post. I'm going to click here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose you could choose a layout here for your actual Facebook post. And you see if it says free, that's exactly what it is. It's absolutely free and you can use it. This one seems to be used a lot with quotes. If you want to stand out, it's recommended that you use something a little bit different, not the status quo, because you want to be seen as someone who is a little bit different. So, for example, this one right here has been used a lot, and it's probably just because they're free. You can buy some of the other designs. Some are $1, some are, I think, more expensive than that. I don't know. I just use all the free stuff. And you can also use your own photos. Okay, so if you don't see something here that's free, that would be relatively easy to use, that you'd like, that, suit your quote or what have you, then you can easily go here where it says background, You can choose one of these patterns. You can choose a color. You can choose any of this background type stuff that you would like. Okay. Again, it's $1 to use some of the background stuff. And I found that I can find pretty good quality graphics without having to pay for them. So what I typically do is I will go to, like, for example, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in, I'm going to do free HD background images. Okay. But you want to make sure that you're on the images section, not just on the search. Okay. Now, all of these are free HD background images. Okay. Just because it comes up in this search doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% free. Please hear me on this. Make sure that there are no watermarks of any sort on the photo prior to using it for any of your marketing. Here's the reason why. Some places, for example, this one right here, and I'm going to pull this up and show you. See here, they have watermarks. They have, it tells you that there's a watermark there, and you cannot use that whole graphic. Yeah, you could use part of it and copy that and cut that off. But if you look up here, here's another piece. Did you see that? You really have to look closely at the actual graphic to make sure you're not using a copywritten piece. Okay. So what I typically do to make sure that I don't find a copywritten piece, I will, let's say, let me see, where's a good one? Let's go with, You also want to look at the quality of the photo. So, and what I mean by that, you may say, it may say HD, but it may not be actual HD. See right here, this one has shutter shock across it. It has a watermark, so you won't be able to use that. If they do find out that you are using that particular piece, they can fine you. So you will be spending a lot of money because you used a piece that belonged to them. There are a lot of places where you can get free photos. Okay, you don't have to. I usually use Google, and I try to find some. There's different ones for different things, and it's actually, some of the pictures have actually given me new things to think about, new things to write a quote for. See, for here, this right here says frozen on the bottom corner, so you won't be able to use that. But you see what I'm saying? And all you have to do when you look at the image, I'm going to pull this one up right here. You want to look at the image before you download it. You want to make sure that all the lines look really smooth, that it's nice and clean cut. You don't want something that is going to have a bunch of, it is what I call pixelated, because it looks really bad. It looks very unprofessional. And I think right here might be, no, that's actually a nice clean one. Maybe it was just the way that it was on my screen. But you can actually see some that, they really don't need to be, used because they're really poor quality. This one's okay, but it's so small, it's hard to tell. So basically, you just choose your image. Let me see here. I'm just going to go here. See how it looks kind of blurry? It looks really bad because it's got like all these pixels and stuff. You see how it looks really bad? There's there's a prime example of one that doesn't look good. So I'm not going to use that one. It looks kind of, the quality is just not there. Let's go right here. It's one that's Wallpaper Cave. And looking around the edges and things, I don't see any watermarks. It's really good quality. They also have more. This is the one that I want. So I'm going to right click it and I'm going to save the image in my directory. I'm going to say sunset. And then if you want to put it in something else, you can. But once you save it in your directory, all you have to do is come back here and then you upload it. So you say you want to upload your own images and you find the sunset. Here we go. Find the sunset. See it, put it right here. Just take it and add it to your picture. See, looks nice, looks nice. You can easily change the size of your picture. If you want it to cover the whole thing, you can adjust it to move this way if you want to include the sun, all the way to the edge if you wanted to. And down. And it's very simple. Now, let's say you wanted another element on it, such as some kind of a frame on it or an illustration. Maybe you want a chart. You can do shapes. This Canva is amazing when it comes to setting up designs. I mean, you have all these different shapes that you can use. These are absolutely free. And it actually gives you a way to create a really cool and unique graphic just for you. So you can use that in your branding process as well. So choose a way, find one that you think is really cool. For this particular one, let me try this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to click on the transparency. And when you click on the transparency, look, you can change how transparent it is. You want it completely out? You want it just a little bit? How do you want to do it? I want the picture to show through. So I'm going to stop it right there. Okay. And then I'm going to make it bigger. Now you see the blue line coming up in the middle? That blue line, it means that is centered on that picture. Okay. And you can change the size of this however you want, but when you do, you will have to readjust whether it's going to be centered or not. Okay, so we get it back here, center. And then in order to put our quote or our information on there, you just go right here to text. Now in the text, you can, if you add a heading, it's going to be great, big, and bold. They already have styles here that you can choose from. If there's a particular style that you like versus using this particular graphic cover. And see, you can use any of these that you want. They are going to say exactly what it has on there. It is up to you to change the color and the words. So you can put any of this on there that you want to. And the list goes on and on and on. There's all kinds of different things that you can use. Little tags and I guess that's where it stops with those. But you can add any kind of element that you want to, and it will give you something that's really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, you are my sunshine. Whoops. My only sunshine. I did that twice, didn't I? Okay. So now that I have that the words, the letters and stuff, I can choose what I want to do with it. I can make it bigger if I want to. I can make it like 80 point. That's not going to fit. Let's go 64. That's still not going to fit. You only have a set number here. You cannot change that number. Basically, you can't make it like if you want it 52 point, it won't work that way. You have to go with a programmed point. So we go here and we can change our actual font type, and you can create whatever you want. Let's go Architect's Daughter. See, and it just changes your entire text. Now, if you want to change the color of your words, you have to change them all at once. If you want maybe the top portion to be one color and the bottom portion to be another color, you actually have to do two separate pieces. You can't put two colors in one text block. I hope that's clear and you can understand that. Okay. You have other options over here. How you want to center it. Do you want to center it in the middle? Do you want it all flush left, flush right? You can copy it. You can include a link on it, which is good because if somebody clicks on your actual picture, then you can send them somewhere. So, I mean, there's a lot of different cool stuff that Canva will allow you to do and create. And then all I would do is just add my key signature web address here. There you go. And then all you have to do over here is click download. And you choose how you want to download it. What I use is an image for web. Anytime I'm working on the computer, if I'm going to do something in print or something that's a little more permanent for an ebook or something, then I will use the PDF portion. But with Canva, your possibilities are endless. You can choose your background photos from what they offer, or you can pull background photos from other places. Okay, so it's very user-friendly as well. So now with that being said, now you know how to set up your Facebook account. Now you know how to set up your Facebook page. And you also have learned how to create some graphics, some pretty stunning looking graphics. If you have a question about any of these things, please feel free to reach out to me and ask away. I am available on the Facebook Messenger. You feel free to send me a friend request. I'll be happy to have a chat with you. Also, you can find me on YouTube. Guys, I have a YouTube channel. You can find me there. And that is where all of the trainings are for the Thursday night training, and there's a couple other videos that are there that I did before. Feel free to visit my YouTube, subscribe, so every time I put a new video up there, you'll automatically be alerted to it. Subscribe to the channel so you make sure you get the latest information. Also, feel free to visit my website at danacarpio.com, and I will be adding more content on there very shortly. And also, just if you see me on Facebook, if you see me out and I'm out shopping or what have you, give me a great big hi, hello. I'm always in complete joy when it's time to meet someone else who is also in the same industry, and it's absolutely wonderful because you really develop a good solid relationship and good solid friendships that way. So guys, I don't see any questions for me as of right now. So if you have questions, then please don't hesitate to contact me. You can always feel free to email me as well, dana@danacarpio.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Guys, it has been a great night training with you. I really hope that you have gotten some good value out of setting things up for your Facebook, and that you have actually maybe you learned something different. Maybe you learned something a little bit new tonight when it comes to your graphics. So with all of that being said, guys, it was an absolute pleasure to be with you tonight, and I really truly look forward to seeing you again next Thursday night, same time, same channel at 7 o'clock Central Time. Guys, make sure you go out there and you kill it. Set up your Facebook, this week, and next week we will be touching base with Twitter. So I really look forward to that. Guys, I hope you have a great night and have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.